Good evening, and thank you for coming to what has been going on for about 33 years. I think for the first time we're actually going to be moving up to the east side and getting out of the trailer park. You think that's good? Yeah. If I can have the partners come up to the front, you don't have to sit, but just stand, and we'll so I can recognize the partners. Oh, we got one talking. That's all right. We'll wait. So SMOC was founded about 33 years ago. Dr. Romash, Dr. Brown, we have Dr. Bevilacqua, Dr. Goss, and Dr. Fox. And I want to tell you that if it weren't for the partners, their vision, their motivation, and when they interviewed me, they said they want a new building. So hopefully we delivered them a new building. I hope that what you see tonight, for you employees that are here, I hope you know that we delivered you a new building. I want to say thank you, first off, for joining us, and I also want to say a few thank yous, so please bear with me. I had 20 pages. I drilled it down to about 3, so I won't bore you. First, I want to say that, thank you to the City of Chesapeake representatives who are here. We are, for the past 33 years, truly dedicated to our city, and hope that this shows a level of commitment to our citizens and the medical community and the people we serve. I want to say thank you to PF&A, Sharon and her team. By the way, Sharon could not contain herself when we first sat down. I thought she was going to jump out of the seat when I said, "No, Sharon," and I drew it on a little yellow sheet of paper and said, "This is what I want to see happen." And she went back and she was quite excited. But I really, really appreciate your work. I think what you'll find tonight is a very true functioning orthopedic facility, and one that is truly a state of art and a testament to the quality of care that our physicians, our physician assistants, occupational therapists, and all of our staff deliver to our patients. I hope they see that tonight. I want to say thanks to Allfirst and Les Hall and his team, Chad Outlaw and Matt Crawford. I want to tell you, these guys did not leave here till 10 o'clock last night. It's been that way, I think, for the past 12 months. These guys are hard workers. If you haven't met them, they're probably sitting off in the corner of the car drinking because I gave them a bottle today to thank them. But they're really good guys, and they are the ones that got this moving forward. I want to say thanks to Town Bank, Phil Smith and Dawn Glenn, for their confidence in this project, and of course being there with the money to make it happen. I'm sure they're going to be there every month to see the mortgage payment every month. So to our physician partners, I want to say thank you very much. I want to say thank you to Dr. Romash, who at my interview 7.5 years ago described to me and later has consistently demonstrated the true meaning of professionalism and the importance of providing quality care to our patients. He inspired me to focus on a new building that would be a testament to the quality and the passion our doctors have in providing quality patient care. So thank you, Dr. Romash. To Dr. Brown, who was always concerned about the state of condition of the former trailer park office building that we're in. That in and of itself was a great motivation to build a new building, especially when you're called about a fire in the attic, toilets that don't flush, mice that eat through cables. We can go on and on. It's pretty bad. Yeah. I want to say thank you to Dr. Goss, who was able to point to the reality of and the commitment to move forward with this project and supported this process during his term as president of the board of directors. We worked on this 3 years ago and almost 4 years ago, and it's finally reality. Dr. Bevilacqua, who has showed sacrifice of himself to see this project through. He's put up with me for the past 2 years. And it shows he's bald already, and he wasn't when he took over as president. The dedication he has to his patients, our staff, and striving to be the best in the medical field. I'd like to say thank you to Dr. Fox, who inspires his vision of patient care and commitment to those we care for. I still and just really in awe of our staff. You guys have been very inspiring. I want to thank you. You put up with me. I'm not always around. I want to say thank you to our managers. They have tolerated some tough decisions that had to be made, and they've done an outstanding job. They have endured the constant chatter, the promises of a new building for 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, and yes, 33 years. The planning process and the buildup of the excitement that has finally come to reality. And this is what we have. To my administrative team, Rachel's not here, but she couldn't make it. But I told her we're going to miss her and hold her accountable for not showing up. But I want to say thank you to Tana, Liz, Johnny, Liza, and Rachel, who kept me sane, not sober, but sane, managing my time and schedule to meet the operational obligations that I have and the many, many long hours and meetings to make this building happen. So thank you to my team. I want to finally thank my wife for listening to me for the trials and tribulations. Thank you. Appreciate it. So listen, if I forgot anyone, it wasn't intentional, but simply a matter of managing time and my nerves. And I also want to be able to make this short so we can get to the tour. I think you'll be inspired, right, Jen? Yeah, Jen only saw it yesterday. Wait till she sees it today. I do want to let you know that this is an energy efficient facility. If you haven't noticed in the parking lot, the lights are LED lights. Helps cut down on light pollution. Believe it or not, there's light pollution. I think that was created by the government, but there is light pollution. The lights go on and off at different times of the day and hour. When you're in the building in physical therapy and in a waiting area, as the sun comes up, the lights start to go down or they adjust themselves to the light coming in the building. And you don't have to touch anything. It's pretty cool. So with that, keep in mind as you walk through the building, there's really not much you have to do. It's pretty easy. It does everything but wipe your nose. I would like to introduce Dr. Bevilacqua, who is the president of the board, who has a few things he'd like to say.
It's my honor and privilege to be standing in front of you tonight. The reason I'm here is because I have an administrative function with the company, and that's to represent the providers for a couple more months, and then Dr. Fox takes over in that role. I'm really the Suffolk guy. Now, when I interviewed for a job here, I was told that I would move into the new Chesapeake building shortly after my arrival on the job, and that was 2004. And it's shortly after we managed it, but truth is it's one of those things where I have to point out that I can't accept any of the credit for this. None of it. It's actually Dr. Goss was the physician who was the champion of this, made almost all of this happen from a physician standpoint, and he was tireless over the time trying to coordinate where we would be. But what I'd say is after all this time, we found the right place, the right building, with the right people, and it's perfect. So when you guys go in there, you're going to love it too. I'm delighted to be here, and I wanted to introduce Dr. Fox.
Thanks, Tony. And I can take even less credit for this. I'm the new guy on the block. I'm also from Suffolk. But it's been said that there are only two absolutes in life, and that's death and taxes. There is a third. I will be briefer than Todd. And our vision of this building came from many of you who know the old building, clearly the deficiencies in that building, and our desire to build something that is patient-centered and allows for an efficient patient experience, and that starts in the parking lot. You can see the abundance of handicapped parking. It extends into the lobby, the hallways, which are extra wide to accommodate wheelchairs and gurneys. It also includes things like patient privacy, both their personal privacy in the room as well as their electronic privacy with the medical records, which are kept secure in computers that are well away from the patient care areas. But really the biggest part of it for us is the combining of all of the assets of SMOC, all of the different providers who might provide total joint care, foot and ankle care, hand surgery, sports medicine, spine, and physical therapy, as well as our newest branch, pain management. We bring them all under one efficient roof so that the patient can literally come in for one-stop shopping for all of their orthopedic needs and have that served in an efficient and comfortable environment. And that was our goal all along. I'll be excited to see it the first time I walk through the doors here and see what this new building looks like. But I think Todd deserves a lot of credit here. He was the driving force behind this. As he mentioned, he was tasked many years ago to do this, and it's great to see it finally come to fruition. And I'd like to thank you all for coming and sharing this moment with us.
So I want to bring out 2 points. One, I want to echo Todd's comments about thanking the staff of SMOC. You guys put up with just crazy amounts of crap from all angles, and that's the reality. I mean, you do. You put up with drama from the docs, you put up with the administration, you put up with patients and insurance companies and hospitals, and it comes from all angles. And I get it. I mean, I've been here a while, and I see it from my vantage point, but you guys are in the trenches 5 days a week, if not 7 days a week, and you put up with an awful lot. And we don't say thank you enough for putting up with it, so I wanted to say, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to all the SMOC employees for putting up with this company, putting up with living arrangements, putting up with the docs and admin, and you guys have gone through a lot, and we're happy to have this night to celebrate our new building, our new digs, our new environment, but none of it we wouldn't even be close to making it happen without all of you, so I wanted to give everyone here a round of applause. And the second point I want to make is, so Todd, I heard you stand here and give thanks to all sorts of people, architects and builders and the city and Town Bank and the docs and the staff, and I get all that. But you said thank you to the partners, and you said thank you to me for helping to make this happen, and Tony said the same thing. And I can tell you, I don't know what everyone else does to make this work, but I know how much work I put in, and it was nothing compared to the work that you put in. It was nothing. So I'm assuming that if you're throwing out all this thanks to all these people, the reality is if it's the same as with me, they probably did a little less than you give them credit for, which means you did all the work. So at the end of the day, it's all well and good to be under this tent and give thanks to all these people and appreciate all the work that everyone has done, and I don't belittle that at all. But honestly, you're the man. You made this happen more than anyone else here, and thank you.
Thank you, appreciate that. So there's a little bit of melding of a couple different offices in one facility. And when you do that, from a leadership standpoint, you have to figure out, well, who's going to manage it? And, we have 3 managers. We have Kathy Laurent with the Spine Center. We have Elizabeth Ruiz. We have George Hull with PT. Everybody knows Elizabeth, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. And I want to just say thank you to Kathy. Kathy's taken on some new strategic roles for us, and she's still going to manage and maintain her supervisory duties over the Spine Center staff on that side of the business. But she's taken on another division. She's taken on pain medicine, and she's also taking on another position. So she's going to wear many hats. So thank you, Kathy. I appreciate your time. So now I want to let you know that this is a keyless building. There's no keys. So the staff will get a code to get in, and we'll be emailing that out Sunday night. And when you come in the morning, you'll enter in the back door or the side door, and you'll put in your code, okay? So an email will come out, and it'll have the code. Make sure you look for that, okay? So I told you there's no keys in here except for this key right here. This key is the toilet paper roll. And I have to give it to Elizabeth. Come on up here.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Well, first of all, I want to thank all of you guys for coming out, celebrating this day. I've been with the company over 20 years, and for 20 years I've heard we're gonna have a new building. And 25 plus years later, here it is. So I want to thank you all for coming and celebrating, because it is a big deal. I wouldn't be with this company if I didn't believe and love the doctors that are part of SMOC. I do appreciate all that you guys let me, my staff, and everyone, all the input that you let us have. And for me to come here today and see that all the input that we had is actually here, really makes me happy, makes me proud to say I'm part of SMOC. So I don't have much to say, but I do want to thank Todd for helping me and make this dream come true, because without the docs and him, we wouldn't have this today. And I want to thank the staff, because you guys have been a tremendous support throughout this whole process. Thank you.
Okay, so there's a little build-up and hype about taking a tour. We're going to do that. But first, I'd like to do a champagne toast and ceremonial to just open up our new building. Just want to say to the doctors, to our physician assistants, to our techs, to all the staff that have made this possible, thank you, cheers, and enjoy the building. The building is open. You're welcome to go in. A guided tour by one of our managers or one of our staff would be helpful. If not, you're welcome to go in and freely walk through. There's cake here, and we'll be cutting cake, and there'll be food for your enjoyment once you get through. But I know when you get in there, you're not going to want to come out. Cheers.